Good morning and welcome to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Kones. It's a great pleasure to be hosting you this wonderful morning. To join me in discussing political happenings of the week is Pan-African Forum Chairman, Dr. David Matsanga. Good morning, sir.
Good morning this Tuesday morning in the capital city, second capital city in Mombasa, Kenya. Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. Good morning.
Glad to
Wherever
have you
you
here.
are, the continent of Africa, yes.
You're in Mombasa on business, on holiday, on politics.
Why do you want to know? I am a businessman.
Because maybe there's something you can tell us if it was a political event. Maybe there's something you can
No.
tell us. That
You know very well I'm a transporter, and Mombasa is the hub of transport. You know very well the Rwanda border has been opened. You are aware.
So it's personal business. If it was politics, we would have gone in that direction.
No. You are my son. I have dropped some matoke in Tarubu. My trucks have always dropped some matoke in Tarubu for your mom.
We haven't even gone for 10 minutes.
You know that very well. Now you're asking me what I'm doing in Mombasa.
Yeah, it could be political. Maybe you're talking to Oka to enter as Mio. Maybe you're brokering a deal.
No, at least for me, let me tell you, I don't depend on Ruto or anybody. I depend on my
maybe you're brokering a deal. That's what I'm saying. You know?
No. Please, I am not I don't do any deals.
No. Between political parties.
No. If it is official, I will tell you. I am a conflict resolution expert.
Okay.
If it is official, I will tell you. But for now, I came to Mombasa to make sure that I sign those agreements, and so that when the trucks arrive and they walk around here, they have fuel, drive around, they have fuel, they have repairs before they carry more goods. Thank you very much, President Museveni, President Kagame, and Museveni to open the border.
Okay, so let's talk about conflict. Now that you're aware of conflict matters. Yes. Conflict that's happening right now is the one the world is watching about Russia, Ukraine. Maybe to the layman, just for explanation. You know, a lot of people have not understood why Russia has attacked.
Russia has attacked Ukraine. Ukraine was the cradle, in good English, the cradle of the Orange Revolution that brought down the empire. In 1924, the agreements, when after the death of Lenin, the map of USSR was drawn. Ukraine was part of, Kiev was part of USSR. The collapse of the Soviet Empire, after Gorbachev made what we call perestroika. Let me teach you. I teach political science. Therefore, I better teach you also to listen, because you might not know. This one remained a center point of conflict. The West has been struggling to make sure that Ukraine has what we call liberal democracy.
Yes.
While the East has been saying you can't bring your missiles and near our border, point them to Moscow and Leningrad, and say we should sit comfortable. So they have been saying we are not going to allow NATO to put any bases, and we shall not allow Ukraine to go to NATO and become a European Union state. That struggle of ethnicity, tensions, tribal, there are Russians on the other side and Russians in Ukraine, sparked a war. Putin wants to overthrow a government and wants to take over Ukraine and have a puppet leadership.
Some pundits who are saying that this could easily escalate and be the beginning of a third world war. Do you share that view?
It could be, because if you push Putin too much by giving him sanctions, my view is the United States of America should start engaging Putin instead of isolating Putin and putting sanctions on Putin. The more sanction you put on Putin, a leader who has nuclear arsenal, nuclear weapons, the more problems you are causing for yourselves. The West should come down, allow these parties to sit down, look at the parameters where they can agree to disagree. Point number two, some of the Western countries are double standard, like Germany and others. They are getting gas from Russia. In fact, most of the Europe depends on the Russian gas. If Russia taps off the tap, 3 months, we shall be dying of cold, and the people will be very many in Mombasa here, running away from the cold. So please, look at the consequences. The world order, the United Nations was formed to create world order. But we in Africa, we are shouting as if we are happy. Some of them, as we are going on this side, this one. For me, on this one, I am non-aligned movement.
Okay. So in your considered view, just as we want to move away from this topic, if this continues, what do you think would be the way forward? How would the European nations or America react? What's the end game here?
The end game is they sit on table. There's nothing they can do to Putin. Nobody can try any missile there. Americans have put the Ukrainians under the bus. They have thrown them on the bus. It's unfortunate that Putin is killing people in Ukraine, which is very dangerous. We must condemn him. But as much as we want to condemn him, let's be constructively condemning and positively condemning, because we might have repercussions that are not very good for the world order. We had a Cold War, and also, especially we Africans, must be very careful in taking sides on this. It's only younger people who are now in high places who are shouting around that they condemn this, condemn. No, for me, who grew up when there was a Cold War, you remember the 1962 Cold War between America and Cuba. America could not accept the batteries, missile batteries, to be placed in Cuba, facing Florida. No, they came and smashed them. This is a repeat of 1962 October, when missile batteries were smashed by the US Marines and they went back. So it is the same history repeating itself after so many years in 2022.
Same thing. Okay, we'll definitely keep our eye there, and matters, of course, outside the country, making sure that we will be coming back and having a chat with you from time to time to see how that goes on. Of course, for Africans, we are watching this with some sort of curiosity, because quote unquote the big boys are playing. Yeah, true? You would share the view? That,
which one?
I'm saying because they're the ones with big, what's it called? They can even access nuclear weapons. For Africans, we're just looking, seems to be a
no,
war.
African.
We have giants.
Joined. We have no. When the giants fight, who suffers? When the two elephants are fighting, the grass.
The grass suffers, yes.
Yes, we are the grass. Let's not be the grass. That's what I'm telling you.
So what can we do other than watch?
Keep off being unaligned like a Matsanga.
Do what?
I'm non-aligned. Yes, I'm non-aligned. Why should Israel bring a problem on Africa? And why should Palestine carry their problem to African Union? Why? Tell me. They have been fighting there, then they bring us here violence on African Union. Kwenda, wachana you. They stay home.
That has worked you up. Let me bring you back home.
Yes. Bring
back
me quickly.
home.
I was waiting.
There was an NDC for the Jubilee Party. And
Yes.
The president was in Sagana before that, talking to young people from that area, telling them
Yes.
his desires and his wants. And then after that, of course, there was the Jubilee and NDC. There was ODM. They had some meetings. The Jubilee met over
Yes.
at KICC. But the question is, Daktari, there are those who have been waiting to hear exactly what caused the rift between the president and his deputy. And we didn't hear anything new. You know, all the things we had.
It is only you who chose what to hear.
No, all the things we have had before. That, you know,
yes,
that
but they were confirmed.
there is something the people are waiting to hear, either from one or both of them, to hear what exactly.
We are going to say it soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. There's still something that is still not said yet. Yes? Do you get the feeling the same way?
I think I want to tell you the truth that on Saturday, President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta offloaded a very big luggage. We managed to expel Ruto from a good party. He can go and form his outfit of. You're asking me, let me explain, brother.
Well, you're shutting the gates for Namutu ametoka nje ameenda.
Yes, let him go. It doesn't matter. It's gone. Didn't you see President Uhuru Kenyatta dancing very nicely? Have you ever gone to the floor when you are healed by Jesus Christ? The spirit comes out. How did you dance? You know yourself.
I was in church on Sunday.
Yes. You saw when you are healed from anything, some disease that has been harassing you. How do you dance? You tell God that, oh my God, thank you very much. Kenyatta went down and danced, telling you that he has removed a burden that has been disturbing him, a demon. Ruto was a burden to the party. He never listened to the president. He never listened to his boss. He wanted to be a boss at the same time a deputy. What type of manners are those? I thought people from that region were very mannered people. But you have created such a terrible area. You have created a very bad impression of the whole world that you are not mannered. You did not obey the 48 laws of power. Your boss is your boss. He tells you don't do it, wait. Ruto would not be campaigning by now. He would be just saying, let's do negotiated democracy. Raila 4 to 5 years, I take the next one. That's what the main thing was. Unite a country. Leave a united country. Ukraine and Russia are hammering each other. Why? Ethnicity, isn't it? The Russians are saying you are molesting our Russians who are near the border. You are not the right people.
Yeah, and
you can see why.
And yet, Daktari, for the local Mwananchi, there is all the talk of unite. And yet the truth of the matter is, it's not everyone who's uniting. It's only a certain faction that are united.
Haven't you seen people?
As we unite, we are telling the others no, not with you.
As you unite,
so what unity are we talking about?
As you unite, Omingo Magara lives. So that is the politics of the day.
And I've also seen that my friend Kibagendi left. I'm here to meet them and find out what happened.
Are these not the people? No, but are these not the people who insult Matsanga as a Ugandan every day here? They have gone there, they have tested what the man is. The man is dictatorial. Omingo Magara resigned and refused. If you are going to bring in George Soros' money from the US and I become a treasurer of George Soros' money, I've been a president, a chairman of Multi-Party Democracy Center in Kenya. I cannot accept. He quit.
Terry, you know, the so-called movements and realignments that are happening, they are a result of the political, situation that we find ourselves in. We are about to go for nominations. There are bound to be some people who will cross over from one party for another. I'm pretty sure there are some who will also leave Azimio and go back the other side, because there's also personal interests There's also interest for the party, then there's interest for the country. And usually, personal interest seems to supersede all these things. And even after nominations, I expect some shake-up will happen. I know you know that's what usually happens to us.
The law.
People will cross this way, that way. They will build this coalition, that coalition.
No. My dear Gones, don't mislead Kenya. Don't mislead Kenyans. The law is now very clear. No, the law is now very clear. Once you lose elections, there is no this way or that way. Remain where you are. The recently passed law says so. Either you declare before 15 something April, that's where you remain up to the end. If you have lost, you have lost. You don't lose, then run here. No.
That's the principle, but that's not what happens.
No, but it is not. It is going to happen.
That's the ideal situation, is that you would stay because you are in a party for your ideas.
Can I explain to you? All parties would have done their nominations. So where will you go?
Which party will you go? To just go guy.
You either now, if you see a problem, what you do, stand as an independent before that date. That's what the law is saying now. And I'm explaining to you your own constitution, Bwana. Don't you think this is very good?
Yeah, that's very good. That's why I'm telling you. Don't you feel like these movements that you spoke about, even of Omingo Magara, these are normal things that are just happening in an election year?
A treasurer, a man who keeps money to resign is not normal. In fact, if I were Ruto, after being expelled from Jubilee Party, which gave me the deputy presidency, I would have just resigned from the deputy presidency. But Ruto has no shame in his face. I'm sorry.
On that question, he says,
I don't know how Madame Rachel sees a man
together with the president.
No,
the presidency mandate was given to the two of them.
See? Me, I cannot go and lie to my wife. And we sit in the house, I am lying to her. No. I tell her I'm defeated. Outside there, they have defeated me. Let me come here and I'll be washing plates.
It's part of the process that built the party. So how can he just?
Yeah, but now he's not. He built the party, but he has been sacked. He's no longer
brought votes. In fact, lately he's been saying, you know, that the president will not become president on his own.
No longer
Pia sisi tulimpigia kura. Nasema kama tungeweka kura angepata.
Is no longer the member of Jubilee Party. So
Sorry?
He's a president. He's no longer the member of Jubilee Party. He's a half deputy president. Half. You know, the letter half deputy president of Kenya. Yeah. And that's why he at the Washington Dulles Airport, he arrived from normal civilian exit, which is not very rare. They told us there was a high-powered American delegation waiting for Ruto only to see a man with a long beard, like a Taliban, welcoming the president. This is very sad.
I think you're being too harsh on them.
No, they're welcoming. That guy looks like a Taliban in Kenya. If he walks in the streets in Nairobi, people would run away. Then he's the one welcoming the president. Our deputy president going to talk about security. Let me make this point clear. A deputy president is going to talk about national security. A deputy president has not seen the president for so many months. A deputy president who does not attend national security meetings. A deputy president who did not even say bye-bye to the president. The deputy is going to represent you where? What is he going to tell us about Somalia? If they ask him about Somalia, has he stolen files? No. No.
Parliament actually paid for 5 of the MPs who accompany him. Parliament paid their air tickets, will be taking care of their allowances, so it's an official trip. That's what it seems like. Now let me ask something, Daktari. We are now seeing this story of...
Who are the MPs? the MPs are from Ruto's kitchen cabinet. Is that a parliamentary? No, is that a parliamentary committee? Who, you show me one member of the
parliament to pay for it. It means that they must have been satisfied
it means what?
That that what they are leaving to go and do is for the good of the country and on behalf of the country.
Okay, I want to ask one thing.
On a personal trip, they will not have paid anything.
The Speaker of the National Assembly called Justin Muturi. He keeps on yapping around this country, telling people, he has never seen a government that looks. Now we want to see how he can rule after the expulsion of Ruto and all the MUDA Jubilee members. How will the Speaker control a parliament? Why doesn't he resign himself first? Because the parliament the parliament is presiding on is not the parliament that was elected.
The Speaker is already running to be president himself.
No, this morning, you better take a coffee this morning and tell people exactly what is happening, because it looks like I've out-mastered you today. You know, there is nothing. What will Justin Muturi tell the Kenyans about a parliament which has expelled members whom he is going to preside on? Ask Justin Muturi next time you see him.
He'll be coming to the show soon.
Some of these younger guys, elderly guys who want leadership in Kenya, speak carelessly. So let's be very honest. Me, I'm a friend. My President Uhuru Kenyatta is I didn't buy friendship. He values friends. He knows who they are. He knows what they do for what they can do. I am not a friendly to President Uhuru Kenyatta because he gives me money. I work and I get my money in my usual ways. The small one I have. I don't do any deal in Kenya, in a tender, nothing. I'm just a survivor who works on his own small project. That's why you're asking, you are even jealous, looking at my house in Mombasa, you want to finish me. So,
and yet your critics, Daktari, will tell you, you need to go back to Uganda, you need to leave Kenyan politics alone.
Let me tell you, did they buy me a ticket to come here? Is Uganda not Africa? Is Kenya not Africa? But
they're saying, it is not usual to go and be so involved in the...
No, I'm not. I'm an East African.
In the political
you are asking me. I am in countries that are going to bring us chaos. I'm entitled to talk about Kenya because Kenya is my neighbor. And it is going to bring me chaos. If there is chaos in Kenya, where did your mother run to? You yourself. I saw you in the village across in Kenya, Uganda. What were you doing there?
No errands. We're just Kenyans.
No, you went to Uganda. Why did you come there? I saw your mother came to our village. We saw you. So you tell me.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you
I'm just saying, listen.
You're telling me now I'm a Ugandan. When there was trouble in 2007, I saw you running.
I'm just saying that's what your critics say, not me. I was just asking a question. I was just telling you.
Look, let me tell you, brother. I'm not bad about critics. Critics make me stronger. The insults that I get on a daily basis because I defend Uhuru Kenyatta are very many, but I'm not bad. Insulting me, I have traveled 126 countries in the world. Someone who has not even traveled from Kericho is insulting you. So is that a critic? Is that a critic?
Okay.
Is that a critic?
You've answered that question. Let's speak about Oka
Yes.
and Azimio. What seems to be the problem?
The problem is the people deciding indecisiveness. And Kalonzo, earlier the president and Raila Odinga decided to move with the vehicle that they have, the better. If they are not boarding, they can go wherever they want to go.
It's incitement.
Either the what?
Huh?
By Kalonzo, of course, you saw Kalonzo. Kalonzo has got the hardliners like Wambua, Senator Wambua of Kitui, who has never liked Uhuru Kenyatta anyway. When he was in the Daily Nation and the Standard, you remember he was writing very bad articles during the ICC days. Yes, yes, yes. You think we have forgotten? We have not forgotten. For me, I have not forgotten. For me, don't charge me on that angle. I suffered for these younger men to be free. I feel so annoyed that they are not united today. And the people who wanted them to go to jail are the people who are eating and celebrating today. They have gained more. Hassan Omar Murkomen, who wrote a statement to fix Ruto. He's there in a delegation. If you wait, Atenede, you think I'm happy? When I came here, I'm called, his name is Ugandan. But the Ugandan came and said, Allah, if we keep quiet, people will go and sentence these people. Did I do wrong? Did I do wrong? Are they not here today? So when you tell me about these people, these are the people who are writing statements. They were editors of newspapers saying Uhuru must be jailed for life. Ruto must be jailed for life. They will come for 6 life, be jailed. Now today, they are coming back. They don't want the country to unite. You have never seen them even vote for Jubilee program for once. So we know the problem. If the president and Raila Odinga wait for Kalonzo, time is not good on our side. We need
to Azimio, if Oka decided to go with UDA.
No problem. We shall defeat them very early in the morning on 10. We have Ukambani, 3 governors. Surely you think they don't have people? They are useless people in that Goro community? Surely? Surely. You are a man who has got 2 master's degrees.
I'm sorry. What's the question again?
You're a man who has got 2 master's degrees. You think 3 governors don't have people in that region?
I'm just.
Then the population, the voters, 1.6. We need only 600,000 from Ukambani.
Those calculations are usually based on tribal arithmetic. Why do people assume that just because my name is Kones, I'll vote a certain way, another one's name is Karanja, they'll vote a certain way?
Let me ask you.
And you know that's what we keep on saying year after year, we are going to try and kill in the elections.
Which election? These elections are not.
The elections, but every time we do the maths, people say, okay, let's do the maths. They do it purely on tribal basis.
Okay, look at this. Kones, my dear brother, you are talking of elections. Did you see the preparations, the analysis that someone, Mr. Olele, did in his paper? You saw. I am the one who has been saying the same thing about the Kenyan election. If I were Chebukati, I would tell and declare to the country that we are not yet ready to do an election, because there are so many conditions that have not been met. Up to now, we still have no laws governing certain electoral practices and so on and so forth. So we have a problem here, my brother. Elections might not be as good as you might think. We might be in a very big, terrible trouble, as I'm telling you.
I hear you. So, just switching gears a bit. If, in your considered opinion, you know, now that it looks like it's shaping up into a 2-horse race, if Oka joins Azimio, I think that will be quite established as the same. Do you foresee any situation where somebody from the third force can gain some traction? I'm talking, you know, people like Ruben Kigame, who have thrown their hats in the ring. People like
people, even the voters,
there's a gentleman called Kukubu who has thrown his hat in the ring.
There are many candidates that are going to come, but the Kenyan election will focus on two candidates, Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto.
Opportunity for a third force to come out of nowhere and say, you know what, this side and this side says, too hot for me.
And he says what? Kenyan voters don't even know them. Kenyan voters know two names here. You have seen that. They know two names. They know now Uhuru is not there. Okay, they will now go and vote. Those for Uhuru have gone for Raila Amolo Odinga. And those for Ruto, they have gone for Ruto. So this horse, that third horse you are telling me, unless it is a horse guided by Angel Gabriel, I don't see them coming down to make any big impact politically.
This question is about to come into play. With the passage of time, the pressure will begin to mount on who the principals will pick as their, respective running mates. How much of a factor do you think that will be in the 2022 elections?
You want me to speak the truth here today?
Speak the truth.
Yes. Ruto has gone to write an agreement with George Soros and Mudavadi. For Mudavadi will become the running mate of Ruto. You want another truth?
Yes.
I am a great friend and I speak my opinion. Raila Amolo Odinga will be, if I were Kenyan and I was a member of any of those parties, I would advocate for Kalonzo Musyoka to deputize Raila Odinga, and Ruto will be in Sugoi with you eating bananas and potatoes in the evening. Yes. I'm speaking my mind. You asked me.
I've heard you. Yes, you're speaking your mind. I've heard you.
Yes. Now, don't you see? If you partner up with Kalonzo Musyoka, you will collect the Kamba vote very nicely, go home with it, collect the cost vote, all of them, Kambas work everywhere. You have seen the Somali community is all Raila throughout. Have you seen everybody? They die with Raila. They have died. Raila has support countrywide. Forget about Duale. Duale is going to lose in Garissa. He will lose. Duale will be nominated by somebody, maybe as a good debater to come to parliament. But the Garissa people are going full scale with Azimio. The whole of that northeastern is Azimio. So you need a stronger candidate, a deputy, which the trick, why UDA is pushing its delegates conference, it wants to see whether Uhuru Kenyatta's party with Raila Odinga have chosen a running mate. So we shall play tactics up to the end, final day.
Very interesting. Looks like it's going forward, the days ahead.
But for me, I am talking frankly as an analyst and a strategist and the strength and the voting pattern of this country called Kenya. If I were a Kenyan in one of those parties, I would tell my party, let's go with Kalonzo Musyoka.
It's quite a...
Because the party of Jubilee Party in the Central Province will be catered for. The president is going to be the chairman of the party. He's retiring to be a party member, run his party. Projects will continue going around. Raila is a man who is not a tribalist. Raila will, if you give this election to this other guy, he's a tribalist. I'm sure you very soon you also from Taraba will have a helicopter.
I tell you, interesting times ahead. There are those who feel that the president is overreaching in his role as chairman of this particular Jubilee Party, and also just continue because he's supposed to be retiring, and there are those who are feeling as you retire, and they're even telling him openly,
surely,
go home and rest, go like Kibaki, you know.
But he's going home. He's going home to rest. Who tells you Kibaki never had no, who tells you that Kibaki left PNU alone? Who told you that Kibaki was not active in politics? Where did you hear it? Ulisikia wapi?
Alienda na akaenda akapoa, hata tumuoni sana.
No.
Hata tunauliza na ako wapi?
No. Kibaki was pulling strings from behind. And the President Uhuru Kenyatta is not telling you that he's going to go for elective post. He has reactivated his party.
There's an allegation, you see, that breeds an allegation.
You want him not to be party. You want him to be partyless. And then you don't want him to be in his party.
Now, what you're saying is giving a lot of fuel to the allegation that the presidents, the UDA are constantly saying that Raila Odinga is a project. They're saying Raila Odinga is a puppet. Raila Odinga will be controlled by the president. It's the president who is coming back through the back door. What would you say then?
A puppet cannot have 7 million votes. Raila has been having 7 million votes of his own. How can he be a puppet? He can't. Raila is a man of his own. The president cannot leave a house that he has cleaned for 10 years in shambles. All what he's doing is to guide this house into the proper hands of somebody who will look after it. That's all.
But he's going, no clinging of power.
He is not. We are going to AU. We shall be organizing AU with Uhuru Kenyatta, not Kenya. We want to recapture our AU back. You get my point? Our AU has been captured by France. We want to take it back. Baba, we want to take it back and fight for Africa in our last times. We are in the 60s now. I and Kenyatta, we are in the 60s. We are going. So we want to capture AU. He's not going to stick on the Kenyan scene that he wants a post in Kenya. No.
Well, Dr. we are looking at the political crystal ball with a lot of interest in as far as, you know, the future is concerned, even some of the things we are talking about. And of course, voter registration is ongoing for new voters until actually it was still the 28th of February, which was yesterday. We don't know whether that will be extended for voters. We already have experienced a low uptake of new voters into the system of the IEBC. IEBC has got its calendars in place in as far as what happens next. We know when the nominations are going to be in April. We know following the nominations what the process will be like for submission of papers to the for National Assembly candidates, for Senate candidates, for governors, senators, MCAs, and then also for the presidency. Everything looks like it's in place. In terms of the specifics and the systems and the way to do things. The question I'm asking is, given that backdrop, do you still hold the view that we are not ready? You've been saying that for a long time. Has that changed in your observation?
We are not ready, yes, not yet. People, we might be ready in physical appearance, but we are not ready in our hearts to conduct a free and fair elections. The temperatures are too high. We better reduce the temperatures and the people talk not talk at each other, but talk with each other. And that's what we should be preaching wherever we are. That's what I'm preaching today.
Mm. Well,
yes.
It seems like you're still looking at it from pretty much the same angle, huh?
Yes. The same angle. This election is not good. It has not been well prepared. Therefore, I don't know whether Africans really know what elections are. You pay 42 billion shillings to be beaten in October. In
What's the alternative? What are we supposed to do?
We should change in models.
You know.
By the way, I am going to be in London on 10th and 11th to debunk Ruto's theories. I'm taking the theory of handshake. I have developed a philosophy, a handshake philosophy, which I'm going to deliver to the students of London School of Economics and some members of Chatham House and the diaspora Kenyans who will assemble in one of the hotels. The poster is coming out. I hope you can moderate and be part of them from Nairobi. I will be telling the world what it means to have a handshake. Does Africa want a handshake system, strategy? Can it work on the continent of Africa? Because everywhere in Africa, Tanzania has taken the model, Zimbabwe is taking the model, Uganda is taking the model, Kenya has taken the model. Do we need political opposition parties that don't know the role of opposition?
Hey, that's you let us know when you're there so that we are able to even.
I've now told you. Don't say let us know when you are there. I've told you it is 10. The lecture is on 11th at 2 p.m., which will be 5 p.m. East African Standard Time. When you are already gone home, listen to the lecture.
When you have landed, of course, you let us know so that we can prepare
ourselves. Of course, I will land.
So that we can air these things.
I will land in a VIP, not. I will land in a VIP, not through a kiosk. Like a route.
I think I know who you're jabbing with that statement.
Yes.
About the VIP.
By the way, the deputy president was given what we call restrictive visa. You have not explained to people what a restrictive visa is. A restrictive visa is a visa that says you have to be in Chatham House from 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock and leave. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Although we have not seen the visa, and I've seen you on social media saying that you're going to.
I have seen.
That you're going to bring proof of the same. So.
Yes, I can. It was already swiped at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Thank you.
Until proven otherwise.
No, it was already swiped. So please don't disturb me by saying you have seen, not seen. I've told you.
Until proven otherwise, until proven otherwise. You know.
Yes. Thank you.
It's our duty to spear out the facts. Yeah, we say always.
Yeah, I have told you. I am the one who published that letter of the list. Did you have it? You didn't have it. After that, it was sent to you from me. So why do you doubt me?
What? Well.
Yeah. Why do you doubt me?
No, you know, here we will say, you know, even our viewers will say, but happy. They'll say, you know, the same thing. So it's just due diligence, is what I would say.
Thank you very much, my dear.
It's just due diligence, I would say. So we also not.
Yes, the visa was swiped.
So
the DPC visa and the passport were swiped at here. You can pick it from any international system anywhere, and they say that is the Ruto's visa. What is difficult? Hello? Where? Aterere.
I don't know who has told you that one. I want us to get you to the closing part of the program. Do you have a parting shot that you want to leave for the people of Kenya today, sir?
Yeah, the parting shot is thank you very much, President Uhuru Kenyatta. On this occasion, you have offloaded a luggage that has disturbed you, retrogressed you, and tried to retrogress you into not doing your work. You have done very well. Your legacy is well protected. I will still remain and still fight up to the end when your tenure of office ends. Thank you, Kenyans, for listening to me. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you for being an accommodative president. Otherwise, Ruto would not be talking the way he talks in other African countries.
Right. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate you coming through and giving us your views on various issues, especially on shedding the light on matters to do with Ukraine. Of course, we'll be calling you. We have not spoken about the ICC and what has gone on there. Maybe in a nutshell, just before we close, where are we at there, in as far as the proceedings are concerned?
those by waiting for warrants of arrest.
You're predicting?
Not what I'm predicting, just what I see. Don't you have ears? Don't you have analysis? That's warrant of arrest. You can't defeat Article 70. They have other evidence which you are not being shown on camera. It is in camera. They have videos. Even they have videos when people even went and paid money and stood and said this is 500. They have. So how will you defeat that case? You expect more warrants of arrest for criminal involvement of witness tampering. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Whoever touched it must prepare to go to Belmarsh. You know, all Commonwealth citizens are sent to Belmarsh in Britain.
Point noted. We'll wait to see what happens.
You asked me. I was avoiding that. Thank you very much. God bless you.
You are avoiding. Okay, so all right. Have a lovely morning and enjoy your time.
Good morning. Good morning. Enjoy the whole of today, and the great God give you guidance.
Enjoy Mombasa.
Meanwhile, let me see what I can. I will bring you some water, ocean water. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good night. Good morning. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Stay tuned for Leah coming up with the lawsuit. That's 59 minutes for today. See you tomorrow, God willing.